Hello, my name is Daniel Herrera, and I'm doing my video on who inspired me to do good. And just to let you know a little bit about my background, I graduated from Quincy High School in 2010. It's a small little town in Washington, and that's where I graduated from. The next thing I did was go to community college. More for the part that I wasn't able to get my athletic scholarship, and so I fell back on the community college. In there I went for 2 years and I got a in science. And so after that I came to the to a university, Central Washington University, and right now I am working on my cell and molecular biology degree. And so for me, starting to help out people, I first started out in high school my senior year, and that was when I did my project, my senior project. And in my senior project, what I did was I went and I was a track athlete, so I put on this track meet for all the little kids and stuff. And every single day for a week after track practice, we would have the little kids come over and I would show them the techniques and stuff they would do in the meet. And that was pretty fun. It was pretty fun seeing other people laugh and have fun, and so that made me happy, and I think I made them happy. And at the end of the week we had a little meet and everybody came by and we had a whole bunch of fun. Uh, my first taste of, or my first the first time I ever helped somebody about my age was when I went to the community college. There I entered a program called Mentors and Mentees, and in this program what we did was we mentored other people, other students that had been there barely a quarter or more. And so what we were doing here was going around and showing them the ropes and stuff. So you know, to go to the writing center, and I would tell them all the time, my English was horrible. I was good at math and science, but my English was always horrible, so I had to go into English 99. And for these papers, I would go in there, I would write my papers, and I would go 6-4 as many times as I needed to go into the writing center to get my papers right and then turn them in. And finally I was able to go into 101 and 102 and pass my English classes, but it took perseverance to go in. And so like that's one thing I would tell them. I would say, okay, here's a math center and this is what you need to do. You should always come here, be prepared, bring your stuff, and say, like, do whatever you can, and what you can't do, go up to her, and don't just always go up to the person at the front desk and ask them to give you answers. Be a little bit more motivated, and this is how you do this and this is how you do that. And then have them sign up for classes, signing in, going to the gym, where the gym was. Like, a lot of people didn't know where the gym was. And so yeah, that's just a little bit about that, about me. And now that I'm here at the university, it's kind of a little bit harder to get some free time. But another thing that I do is I like to help a lot of people in the gym. And so that's kind of where I've moved to. And there's always this kid that maybe you looked like me, or was, I was this really really big kid growing up. And so I tell him, like, yeah, you can come and train with me and I can show you the way. And after a little bit, just learn to do the stuff on your own, and you can become better, and you can maybe lose a little bit of the weight just like I did. But to get back to the main topic on who inspired me, it isn't a real person, it is a fictional character. And I know this may sound really really corny, but as weird as it is, the person that inspired me was Goku, and he is the main character from Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball. And he's this little kid who came here. The little bit of backstory about him is he's this kid, he's a Saiyan, and they're this race of warriors, and he was sent to Earth to destroy it. But he grew up knowing humans. Somebody grew interacting with humans, and he became compassionate and learned to be human. And so, to me, I'll show you a little quick picture. Yeah, that's Goku. And the greatest thing is that I started watching him when I was a young kid, and every time he was in a battle, and every time he was about to kill off the bad guy, he would always forgive them and be compassionate and say, I'll give you a chance to leave or to run, but just don't come back. And time after time, he would let them do that, and they would betray him and try to kill him after he let them go. And never did he ever say, oh, that person was bad, so everybody else who's bad is bad too. Something, if that makes sense. And to me, that was kind of eye opening as a young child or a kid. And then there's also in the storyline, there's another Saiyan called Vegeta, but he is bloodthirsty. He is the true envision of what the Saiyan warriors were. And what he did was he would always train. He was always trying to surpass Goku, but he never had love and compassion. And I think that was what allowed Goku to always be the strongest fighter. And so I know this might be weird and corny, and but yeah, Goku from Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball was the number one inspiration in my life, next to my father and mother. Yeah. Thank you.